This is the presentation video for BOI207 Introduction to Microbiology Practical Assessment. My name is Belle Ling and my Matric number is 151435. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the correct aseptic and streaking techniques in transferring bacterial culture from mixed culture broth to an agar plate. For this whole procedure, you want to wear a proper lab coat, and then you need a pair of gloves to protect yourself from the bacteria. But I don't have gloves right now with me, so please just imagine that I'm wearing my gloves. So first we're gonna look at the materials that we need. This is a disinfectant, this is tissue paper, this is my inoculation loop, this is the bottle containing the mixed culture broth, this is the petri dish containing the agar plate, so this is the lid and this is the dish. This is a marker pen, and this is the Bunsen burner. So before we begin, we want to sterilize our workbench to ensure a sterilized working environment. So we're gonna spray it with disinfectant, and then wipe it with a tissue. So before we start, we can label our petri dish first. So you want to label it at the bottom with a marker pen. You can write all the information that you will need. For example, like your name, name of the bacteria, the date, or whatever information that you need. So after that, put the dish away, and we're gonna ignite the Bunsen burner first. So before you do that, you want to make sure that the valve is closed. So you can rotate the valve at the bottom to make sure it covers the vent. So once it's covered, you can light a match, or using a lighter, you ignite a flame above the Bunsen burner, and then you slowly turn on the gas. So once the Bunsen burner is ignited, it will be a yellow flame since the valve is closed. And then you can proceed to open the valve so that the flame turns blue. So after the flame turns blue, we can sterilize our inoculation loop. So just pass it through the flame, and then you want to pass it through the blue cone of the flame, which is the hottest part of the flame. And then you pass it through, and then the inoculation loop will glow red. Alright, and then after you pass it through, it's been sterilized. Make sure that you don't touch. Once you have sterilized your loop, you want to make sure that it doesn't touch any surface. So you cannot just place it on the table like that. You want to hold it. And then, but we don't want it to be too hot because it can kill our bacteria. So to make sure that it's cool enough, you can test it with the agar plate. So gently touch your inoculation loop on the agar, and if it does not sizzle, it means that the loop is cool enough, so you can proceed to transfer the bacteria. So this is our bottle containing our mixed culture broth. So open the lid and then pass the mouth of the container through the flame to sterilize it. And then dip your inoculation loop inside and take it out, and then flame it once again, and then place back the lid. So now we have our bacteria here, and then we want to transfer it to the agar plate. So while transferring the bacteria, you want to hold the lid of the agar plate above it like this to cover the plate, so that you can prevent any contaminants from falling onto the agar. And first, we're going to streak it like this. So that will be our first inoculation area. And then next, we're going to turn it a little by a quarter turn. We sterilize the loop again, and then test it. Make sure that it's cool enough, and then we can streak the second area. So for the second area, you want to streak through the edge of the first area, because the purpose of doing this is to like spread out the bacteria so that we can get a pure culture. So turn it, flame your inoculation loop, make sure that it's cool enough, and then streak your third area in the same way that you streak the second area. And then turn it, flame the loop, make sure that's cool enough, and then streak the fourth area, which is also the last area. So for this last area, after you are done streaking, you can draw a vertical line through the streaks and then draw a zigzag at the middle. So before you put back your inoculation loop, flame it again to sterilize it and put it away. So now our agar plate is ready. We can put it away for incubation. But you want to make sure you want to put it upside down so that nothing condenses on the lid and fall onto the agar. After you're done, now we're going to turn off the Bunsen burner. So we're going to close the lid, close the valve so that the flame will turn back to yellow, and then we can slowly turn off the gas and then put it away. So for the last step, after you're done with everything, you want to sterilize the workbench once again. So spray it with some disinfectant. And then wipe it clean with a tissue. I'm going to show you the straight plate method from above so that you can have a better view. So this, please imagine this is our agar plate, and then I'll use a pen as my inoculation loop. So after I've sterilized my inoculation loop, I want to streak the plate like this. This is the first inoculation area, so streak it like this. Right, and then sterilize your loop once again, and then turn the plate for a quarter turn. And then you want to streak it again, streak the second area. And then for this, you want to streak through the edge of the first area. So we're gonna do it like this. So this is the second area. And then we repeat the step, we sterilize the inoculation loop, we turn the plate, and then make sure that the loop is cool enough, and then we'll streak the third area. And then we also want to streak through the edge of the second area. So like this. So finally, we're gonna do our fourth area, which is also the last area. So sterilize your loop, make sure that it's cool enough, and then streak the fourth area. So streak through the edge like this. Then for the fourth area, you can draw a vertical line and then zigzag at the middle. And then our straight plate is done. So the purpose of doing this is we want to dilute the bacteria. So for the first area, like this will be a lot of bacteria here. And then when we sterilize the loop, and then you streak through the edge here, so you actually spread the bacteria out. So there will be less bacteria here, and then even less here. And then for the fourth area, we can get discrete bacterial colonies, which we can isolate to get a pure bacterial culture. Here are some extra precaution steps. So first, you want to make sure that you label the petri dish properly before you do anything, to avoid any confusion afterwards. And yeah, right. Secondly, when you are streaking your agar plate, right, you want to avoid your inoculation loop touching the edge of the plate to avoid any contamination. And then when streaking the plate, you want to streak very gently to avoid gouging the agar. And lastly, when you are working on the agar plate, try to keep a safe distance between your face and the plate, and then try to avoid breathing directly on the plate. And we're done. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching.